Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Sunday, the fun day, right? So, yeah, I'm doing my podcast actually on Sunday instead of Saturday when I used to do it typically. It's Sunday, January 27th, 2019. Holy shit. So, January is gone. Um, the first month of the year is gone. What the hell are you guys gonna do, huh? Did you make all the resolutions come true for the first month of the new year, huh? Well, uh, regardless, right? Time does not wait for us. Whether we make resolutions for new year or not, right? Time goes on and on and on. Oh shit, I need to trim my beard, looks like, and also I need to get a haircut. So that is something I'll do this week. How is everyone doing, huh? On this Sunday again, without repeating myself. It's actually not that cold. I actually went out to pick up the food I had ordered over the phone. Oh, by the way, yeah. So I didn't cook today. Uh, well, I did cook some eggs. 2 or 3 eggs, and I had that earlier. I woke up actually late, but then I was kind of hungry, so I made that, and then I worked for like an hour on my home office computer, and then I was looking at Vietnamese restaurants right in my neighborhood, Brooklyn Heights, and so I came across this restaurant on Montague Street, or Montague, or is that what you say? How you say it? And so the lady, I was having a really hard time understanding her. Because usually I order something like, hey, can I get some sauteed chicken with mixed vegetables? So she didn't understand me, and I didn't understand her. And I said, hold on a second, do you guys have a website where I can go online and order from the menu? So that's what I did, and I ordered shredded chicken, right? But what happened was that um, I actually also picked up a burrito from on my way back. I also picked up a burrito, chicken burrito with rice and beans and tomatoes, cheese. Uh, from this place on Grove Street because I thought, oh, I don't know if the Vietnamese food is going to be what I wanted. So just as a backup, maybe I should also buy a burrito. So I came home and then I looked at the chicken, the shredded chicken, and it was so dry and there's no sauce at all, and it's basically just sitting on top of rice with a little bit of like cukes and tomatoes and other vegetables, and it tasted like nothing. I'm like, you know what? I can't eat this. So I then got the burrito and I had that, like half of that, for dinner, and I think I'm going to eat the rest of the half later on because I sometimes I get hungry. So yeah, that's what I did, and the lady, she was like, oh, the Vietnamese at the Vietnamese restaurant. I was such a hard time having to understand her. In any case, so yeah, here I am. I'm just taking it easy. I was out Friday night with a friend. And then I was out yesterday as well, so today I said to myself, let's just like take it easy, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and I'm just gonna do my part. Did I repeat myself? I guess I did. So I was listening to Joe Rogan and then Bill Maher. You know, Bill Maher does his weekly shows. You know, Friday nights. You know, um, real time with Bill Maher, and um, and he brings in guests, great guests. It's a political talk show. So more than half of the time, half of the discussion is around Donald Trump. So that, and then I mean they also discuss other topics as well, but mostly it's politically associated ones. So, and I'm not into politics. You know, obviously we all listen to radio or I don't watch TV. But you get the news, right? Whatever the hell is happening out in the world, you still get the news, right? Right. And I got some great topics in my cheat sheet. Actually, my phone was like kind of like almost dead, the battery. So I'm charging it now. Yeah, I got some great topics. And I presume you all are having a great Sunday night, whatever the hell you're doing, right? Enjoy. Enjoy your time, right? While it lasts. Exactly. Uh, yeah, so yeah, I was watching that while I was working, and listening to it. Basically, you know, it's listening more than watching Bill Maher show. And who was his first guest? Ann Coulter. I didn't know Ann Coulter was a hardcore Republican and Trump supporter. Well, I guess who gives a shit? I don't give a shit about politics. Um, yeah, so I was out and 2 nights, so I'm just gonna take it easy now. And on this fun day, what else is going on? Oh, a lot of things are going on out in the world and in this country, America, right? The great country of America. How about Canada? Venezuela. Did you guys hear about that shit down in Venezuela? So apparently America is backing up the opposition leader, I guess. I don't know much about the whole story, but they were talking about that too. But in any case, um, yeah, so things are happening in the world around us, right? Exactly. Um, tomorrow is a work day, so back to work routine, And this week is very busy for us, which is good. It's good to be busy than not be busy, right? You guys like my tattoos, huh? Um, yeah, so I'm hoping that we get bigger projects, more projects, this year. I mean, rest of the new year. So, assumingly, this year would be good for our business, right? It should be good for everybody, right? Exactly. We work hard, and if you work hard in the right direction, right? Exactly. Um, Yeah, so the weather is not that cold, which is a good thing. And I actually had to turn off the heat because when I picked up the food and when I came in, it was like very warm inside the apartment. I'm like, holy. So in any case, yeah. So that's the weather. I mean, it's still January, you know. It's still January, and it's gotta be. Uh, it's gotta be. Oh yeah, it's 40 degrees. I thought it was more like 32. So it's above 0 point. So that's why it doesn't feel that cold. Oh man, we had that cold a week ago. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. -10 felt like fucking -15 or something like that. That was really, really cold. Holy shit. And then we had that fucking rainstorm. Actually, I remember Thursday. Yeah, I had to go to a construction site, right, for a meeting in the morning, and then from there I had to go to another. Actually, I had to go to ferry terminal to pick up a check from one of our clients. And while I was walking from there, from Rector to the ferry terminal, luckily I had an umbrella, but then that umbrella um, wasn't helping, really not at all, because the wind and the rain. Although luckily it wasn't that cold, but still it was very windy, and I got basically soaked top to bottom. When I came back to the office, like holy shit. Um, yeah, that was Thursday. I remember that fucking rain, rainstorm. I'm like, fuck this shit. And yeah, so we have had weird patterns of weather in New York. All over the country. I think there was like fucking snowstorms and the cold weather coming from Midwest, I think. But that is over, I believe. And then, we had that warm Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, it was warm, but then Thursday the fucking rain. What is the rest of the week? Let's find out, right? Rest of the week is, let's see. Rest of the week is, it's okay. It's not that bad, except for Thursday. Holy shit, between 5 and 14 degrees. Holy shit. So basically, Thursday, Friday is going to be frozen as frozen weather. What the fuck? Well, what can you do, sir? This is New York and this is winter. What else do you expect? Or speculate, right? What do you speculate? Already 14 minutes almost, ladies and gents. As you can see, me in t-shirt, because again it was warm in my apartment. And yeah, I was out and I had a great time. Although it was kind of late, but I think I had enough sleep, so that was good. Yeah, I met some of the guys that I used to hang out with, and it was great seeing them. It's good to actually make friends, and yeah, that was great. Although I have cut down on going out because a lot of waste of money too. So it's good to socialize and meet people, but it has to have a limit. So yeah. And well, sometimes you play hard, but sometimes you gotta take it easy. Order some food, listen to some music or listen to, I don't know, whatever podcast you like to listen to, Joe Rogan or Bill Burr or any of these other guys or anybody who you like to listen to, right? So, yeah, so I was hanging out in Williamsburg, Greenpoint, my old neighborhood. It has changed so much, I can't believe this. Um, Many restaurants and bars have changed. Their names, the new ownerships and all that, right? Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, this is New York City, so this happens all the time. So, um, yeah. Uh, what else? I'm looking at a picture on my computer, not computer, on my TV. It's a beautiful picture. From where? It's like rice fields, right? It's got to be somewhere in China, Vietnam, or China. Rice fields, and at the bottom of the hill, you have houses and all that, right? See, the thing is that when you grow rice, right, rice has to have a lot of water. When the rice plant grows, right, there has to be standing water all the time for rice. So growing rice is it's not easy, especially if you are in an area that is not abundant with water, right? But in any case, so that was my digression. Um, what else? Same old, same old. Yeah, 27. Oh shit, yeah, I had to run the payroll for my employees and myself this week. So that's the other thing. I gotta make sure that there's enough money in the bank for the payroll. It's not easy to run a small business. And then, people don't pay you, and, sometimes, I get just frustrated, makes me frustrated. But, you have to keep asking. I mean, that's the only way. Things work here. So, there you go. I mean, you have to go after people who owe you money, and that's it. You have to keep reminding them. You have to keep sending them the bills and all that, right? Exactly. So yeah, this week is busy for us. Um, and I'm just going to take it easy for the rest of the week. Oh, by the way, shit, I forgot to actually pick up the laundry yesterday. Because the laundry place here in Livingston, actually, it closes around 5 o'clock, I think, on Saturdays. And then I realized, holy shit, excuse me, I missed that one. And then Sunday is closed, so I have to wait until tomorrow after work. But I have enough clothes for tomorrow, so no biggie, right? Although I have laundry in the building, but it's just easy. I think I said this before. It's just easy to drop off at the laundromat because how much you pay, like I don't know, $15, and then do all the folding. They do all the washing, drying, and folding. So if you do it here in the basement of our building, then I have to do the folding, and it's just a waste of time, right? Exactly. Um, Although it's an amenity to have laundry in your building. I mean, my building is it's a nice newer building that was built, and it's convenient, and one stop to my office, so that's very convenient for me. So yeah, um, it's kind of quiet on a Sunday night, which is good because Sunday night is supposed to be quiet, right? Supposedly, supposedly it's supposed to be quiet. What the hell am I saying? Supposedly supposed to be quiet. What? Exactly. Well, I'm not going to do the podcast for the whole hour. I'm just going to do a short one. Short one. 40 minutes, ladies and gents, and every other gender associates. Um, uh, yeah, so I was thinking when I was hanging out with my friend up in Greenpoint, I was thinking, yeah, like where I live here is nothing around here to hang out except for like a few bars and all that, right? But again, those are also like dead. Nobody's in there. So I was thinking, should I actually move back to Williamsburg or Greenpoint? I was thinking. But then I thought, no, you know why? Because, I lived in Williamsburg and Greenpoint for too long, for 6, 7 years. Until I moved in 2017 down here. And also it's convenient, for me. It's convenient to actually live here for work and all that, right? So for hanging out, I can just take the G train up to Williamsburg, or you can just take an Uber, right? So I think, yeah, I'm gonna stay here for another year in this apartment, and just focus on work. I'll hang out with friends, but my primary focus is on work. Because work is what actually brings the dough home, right? Exactly. Yeah, so here we go. January 2019. I can't believe it's 2019, I still, in my head, I'm still thinking of 2018. Well, I guess that's natural, right? Because when you have been writing 2018 for so long, and then it becomes sort of a habit to sometimes when you put the date down on a piece of paper, you write 18 instead of 19. Then you realize, holy shit, wait a minute, no, I made a mistake. And then you change 8 to 9, right? Somehow. Yeah. Time goes in a linear fashion, right? Without waiting for anybody. Is that true? I think it's true, sir. Right? All right. Oh, that burrito from that place was great. So I had the chicken, the grilled chicken, with the pinto beans, pinto beans, some sour cream, some, onions and tomatoes, cheese, Swiss cheese, and rice, obviously, right? Although I don't like rice inside a burrito, so what I usually do is I open up the burrito, right? And then I use a fork to eat rice and chicken and everything else. Although the burrito is a soft, flour, big tortilla, right? That's very delicious too. But this place, yeah, I actually like this place, this Mexican place. Yeah, so yeah, that was great. That was a great quick meal. Quick meal. right? And yeah, I woke up again. I'm sorry, I'm just repeating myself. I woke up late, and I cooked the eggs, sauteed eggs, and I had that bread that I got from that Middle Eastern place on Atlantic Avenue. That place has some great breads. They have these like Indian breads. They're not like Indian, but I guess they're Middle Eastern. They're like tortillas, like big, you know, the ones that you use for burrito, but they're thicker. And so I had the eggs with that, and then I went back to sleep. I think for an hour or so I slept again, and then I was working. I took a shower, brushed my teeth, etc., etc., and then I was working for an hour. Um, and yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm not gonna go out tonight. Um, what else is going on, everyone? Huh? Not a lot. Yeah. Um, yeah, I got some great topics that you all may be interested in listening to. So maybe you should get into my cheat sheet already. It's 26 minutes. And enjoy your night, Sunday night, people take it easy actually on Sunday nights. Well, some people do go out and, whatever, floats your boat, mate, right? Is that what they say? Yep. So let's just get into our cheat sheet, right, guys? Because I don't want to go on and on my podcast. First topic, ladies and gents, and every other gender associates, with 1,000 genders we have now, right? Bill Maher and SNL. Okay, so I discussed Bill Maher, right? Yeah, Bill Maher is big. His show is big this month, and also SNL. Saturday Night Live is big. So usually when you go to YouTube, you see the new ones. I haven't seen the ones from last night because again I was out. So maybe after the podcast, I'll check out SNL from yesterday, right? SNL is also political, so for them Donald Trump is just like their dough, um, for all these media outlets, If it wasn't for him, I don't know how they would have survived. All these talk show hosts, heads, right? So yeah, SNL, check it out, SNL. And yeah, so Bill Maher's show, happens every Friday night. You can actually watch it on YouTube the following day. People post shit, so people post that, so there you go. You don't have to pay for anything. You can watch it for free. My next topic, outer space treaty. Outer space treaty, right? Okay, so I think I was reading an article on this whole discussion over China landing their unmanned mission to the far side or the dark side of the moon, right? Which is really not dark, it's just the far side where Chinese, for the first time from Earth, have landed. So everyone was talking about, okay, so is there some sort of a treaty or some sort of regulations for who owns what? So if China claims that part of the moon, how? In what sense? Is there some sort of a treaty or something? So I think I was looking up, and then they actually came up with a treaty back in the 60s, I think. 60s or 70s? It's called Outer Space Treaty, right? I don't know the details about the Outer Space Treaty, but I believe it has some rules and regulations of, you know, a nation or a country sending its crew or claiming asteroids or comets or moon or any other extraterrestrial objects, right? So that was interesting, but I don't think anybody follows that treaty. Anybody can send anything anytime, right? To the lower orbit or the outer orbit. SpaceX takes a lot of commercial, payloads, such as satellites and all that. So yeah, I don't think anybody gives a shit about the outer space treaty, but I thought that was interesting that the nations actually come up with this treaty. Oh, by the way, I don't think the U.S. is part of that, or it hasn't signed, nor has China, I think they were saying. So again, looks like nobody gives a shit about that treaty. So I just wanted to bring that up. Interesting, right? My next topic: Patriots vs Rams. Patriots versus Rams, right? So that's the Super Bowl. There you go. That's the Super Bowl next month. American football Super Bowl, which is kind of weird because it's played 90% of the time with hands. Why is it called football, right? Right. February 3rd, kickoff is scheduled for 6:30 p.m. Oh shit, so it's basically next Sunday? Is that what it is? Super Bowl? Oh wow. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So all you Patriots fans or Rams fans, go out there and cheer for them, right? Cheer for your team. But that's going to be interesting. I'm gonna try to invite few friends over, just like a dude's night, right? To watch the game at my place. But we'll see, right? So yeah, Los Angeles Rams. There you go. Right, all you football fans, it's good for you. And so I thought that was something that was interesting, obviously, in the American culture and sports, right? All right, so my next topic is Slooh. Slooh, right? So Slooh apparently is this website where you can actually live stream, these objects in the satellites and these other objects, extraterrestrial objects. So if you Google Slooh, and then it will take you to Slooh, but I think you have to have registered. You have to be registered or something like that. Because I was trying that the other day. Remember when we had the lunar eclipse, and I was in my apartment, so I couldn't see where the hell the moon was. So I was trying to see that live on a website, and that's where I found Slooh. Right? So that's an interesting website. You guys can check it out. Maybe the next lunar or solar eclipse, maybe you can watch it live, right? On Slooh, Slooh. Um, yeah, I thought that was interesting. Um, but I couldn't see the lunar eclipse on Slooh because I think it was too late already. I couldn't stream for some reason. Um, all right, so well, I couldn't stream, so what the f, right? All right, my next topic is krill moving south. Now, what the hell's krill? Krill are these creatures in the sea, right? Which look like smaller shrimps, but they are like the feed to a lot of other animals in the sea, right? So basically, they are moving south because the oceans are getting warmer, and apparently that is causing a lot of problems for species that prey on krill, and then the species that prey on those species that prey on krill, right? So it's like a food chain. Remember that from your biology 101, where the fuck it is, right? You studied in high school or in high school probably, right? So apparently, so that's becoming an issue, and the scientists are worried. Um, but then, what can you do? I mean, we screwed up this planet by, greenhouse gases and all that. So the temperature of the surface is increasing, including the oceans, right? Hopefully, it doesn't increase too fast. That's the worry, I think. But that was my take on krill. You can look up krill actually. Yeah, they look like shrimps, but they are smaller and they're not like curvy like shrimps, I think. Or maybe shrimps look curvy because they're dead when you're ready to cook them. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't eat shrimp, so. But I thought that topic was interesting, and I'm pretty sure all you environmental activists are angry. I'm assuming, right? People like who work for like Greenpeace and all that, right? In any case, so I don't know what the hell happened to Greenpeace. Is that organization still alive? I think it is, right? My next topic, McKenna. So Terence McKenna. I've been listening to Terence McKenna lately, and he's a great speaker. He talks about psychedelics and you know uh, the archaic revival and all that. What culture has turned into and what it should have been, etc., etc. But I mean, I do agree with him on many levels, but I also don't agree with him on many other levels because it's impossible to have an archaic life, our culture's style of culture. Fortunately or unfortunately, um, but yeah, I do agree with him on many things, including, I believe, psychedelics probably are somehow an answer to many of the problems in the world, I believe. But again, that's only if the governments realize and then they allow psychedelics to be used for positive purposes, not as drugs, right? All right, so yeah, so Terence McKenna, most of his talks are on YouTube. You can find them on YouTube. And my next and last topic, everyone, is Bezos' Shepard rocket. So Bezos, Jeff Bezos, as you know, he owns Amazon, and then apparently he has this rocket called Shepard. So he has a rocket that actually he wants to use to fly rich people around the globe, right? Not on the globe, but he wants to take them to the space for a fee, right? I think what's his name? Virgin Galactics. What's his name? I forgot. Shit. I think he also has the same. Uh, Bronson, yeah, Richard Bronson. I think he has the same idea of taking humans around the to the outer space around Earth for a fixed fee or something like that, right? And so Bezos apparently has a rocket which is almost ready, and they're testing it, I think, and it's called Shepherd. And with that, I think I'm going to close my podcast. I again presume you all had a great weekend, are still having a great weekend, and I will speak to you all next Saturday or Sunday.